Hello everybody, today we are going to do the answer key to the review for the Chapter 3 test. Identify a line parallel to BG. Well, let's identify BG. BG is going straight up and down. Parallel cannot intersect. AG intersects. HE is right here. HE does not intersect but is not parallel. That is a skew line. All right. DE is right here. DE is going to be parallel to BG. So our answer for the first one is DE. Moving on to the second problem here. Same drawing. Then we're going to identify a line which is skew to AD. So here's AD. Skew cannot intersect, but it can't be parallel either. So it's not going to be on the same plane. So AH intersects with AD, so that's no good. GH, okay, GH is down here. That looks like it's going to be the skew line. So we're going to say GH for this one. DC intersects, so that can't be skew. And BC is going to be parallel to AD, so that won't work either. Problem number 3. Identify a line perpendicular to EF. All right, so here is EF. There are going to be multiple lines perpendicular to EF. There's one. Here's one. Here's one. And here's another one. But it says it has to contain the point D. Okay, so it looks like the one that contains the point D is going to be right here. Okay, this one going up and down. Let's erase some of that. Which one is that? ED. Okay. Problem 4. Identifying special types of angles. All right, so angle 4 and angle 6, both inside on opposite sides of the transversal. All right, I have my letter Z here, so they are going to be alternate interior angles. Number 5. Angle 5 and angle 7. Angle 5 and angle 7 are right down here. Opposite angles here. They are what are known as vertical angles. Number 6. Angle 1 and angle 5. Okay. Here's angle 1. Here's angle 5. They're both on the same side of the transversal. One is exterior, one is interior. They are going to be corresponding angles. Angle 2 and angle 3. Angle 2 and angle 3 are adjacent angles. There's angle 2 and angle 3. Adjacent angles, opposite sides here, going opposite directions. They are going to be what are known as a linear pair. Angle 2 and angle 8. Angle 2 up here, angle 8. They are on opposite sides of this transversal coming down there, and both exterior, so they are going to be alternate exterior angles. Number 9, all right. So we have the lines are parallel. Angle 2 is right here, and angle 4 is over here. They're both the acute angles. They are corresponding angles. If the lines are parallel, and corresponding angles are going to be equal to each other. So we have angle 2 is equal to angle 4, which is 5x minus 3 is equal to 3x plus 17. Solve the equation. And we are only looking for the x value in this problem. we get 2x equals 20. Divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 10. If we wanted to find out what each angle was, we just put x in the value of 10 in here. 5 times 10 is 50, minus 3 is 47. 3 times 10 is 30, plus 17 is 47. And we could find these angles, and then of course we could find the rest of the angles in the picture using vertical pairs, vertical angles, linear pairs, alternate interior, alternate exterior, etc. And that's how that would shake out. All right, line E and line F are parallel, and we have angle 3 is right here, and we have angle 8, which is right next to it. Angle 3 is acute, angle 8 is obtuse. They are consecutive interior angles, and we know if the lines are parallel, the consecutive interior angles are going to add up and equal 180 degrees. So the proper equation is 3x minus 2 plus 8x plus 17 is equal to 180. Combine like terms. Again, we are only looking for the value of x in this problem. Subtract 15 from both sides. Divide both sides by 11. X is equal to 15. To find out what all the angles measure, you take the 15 and you plug it in here and substitute and solve. Problem number 11. Which angle is congruent to angle BAC? All right, let's take a look at this. BAC is right here, but they're also saying the top line and the bottom line are parallel. So let me finish that off. So if the top line and the bottom line are parallel to each other, then this angle here is going to be equal to this one down here. So we just need the proper way to name that angle. The letters that are involved in that angle, we have an A up top, C down here, D over here. So how do we name that angle? That's either angle ACD or angle DCA. Okay, so we got, there we go, angle DCA. There it is, right down there. That is equal to BAC. All right, let's try to find these answers. Okay, so we got a 54, vertical, 54, linear pairs, 126, 126, this 54 angle 1 and angle 12 are going to be corresponding. So that 54 would come down here. 9 and 12 are vertical, so that 54 would have to come over here. 67 and angle 10 are going to be vertical, so that's going to be 67. Down on the bottom here, you have angle 9, which is 54. You have angle 10, which is 67, and this is a straight line. So we have to add up all three of these numbers to add up and equal 180 degrees. So this one is going to be 59 degrees, which makes angle 8 59 degrees because they're vertical. And angle 7 and angle 8 are alternate interior, so that's 59. And angle 5 is vertical, 59. And these are linear pairs, so this makes this 121 and 121. All right, if you have to take a look at that again, just rewind and go take another look. Problem 13. Very similar ideas to the last problem, okay? So let's just do little pieces here. So if I just took a little picture of this bottom left-hand corner, that's 52 degrees. These two are a linear pair, so angle 1 is going to be 180 minus 52, which is 128. So this is 128. 52, angle 2 is going to be, they are alternate interior angles because up here it says line A is parallel to line B. Alternate interior angles, so this is going to be 52 degrees. Angle 64 degrees and angle 5, they are consecutive interior angles. These two have to add up to 180, so that makes this 116 degrees. These are a linear pair. Also, these are alternate interior, 64 and angle 4, so that makes this 64. You have three angles of a triangle that have to add up to 180, or you take a look at this top portion, which is 52, angle 3 in the middle, and 64 over here. These three also have to add up to 180 because this top is a line, which makes angle 3 64 degrees as well. And then you could fill them in down here. Number 14 here. All right, we have to solve for y in the original equation. Divide both sides by 5. And identify the slope. And when a line which is parallel to this line, so the parallel line has to have the same slope. So I'm looking in here for the slope of negative 3/5, and I'm going to pick this one here. Next problem is very similar to 14. First thing I want to do is find the slope, solve for y, put it into slope-intercept form, divide everything by 7. Y equals negative 2/7 x plus 3. So my slope is negative 2/7. But this problem is asking for perpendicular. So my perpendicular slope is going to be the negative reciprocal. So I have to take that negative 2/7, turn it upside down, make it 7/2, change the negative to a positive. So I got to come in here and just look for a slope of 7/2. Coincidentally, it's the top one as well. Okay. Next one is another similar example. So you're going to do the same thing. Solve for y. Divide everything by negative 2. Y equals 3/2 x minus 5. My slope is 3/2. I read the problem. It says perpendicular. So my perpendicular slope is going to be the negative reciprocal, so negative 2/3. So I just want to come through here and look for negative 2/3. There we are. Problem 17. Again, solve for y. Divide by 2. So this is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 9. So my slope is negative 1/2. And this is a parallel problem. Parallel lines use the same slope. So we are going to pick negative 1/2 minus 10. Problem 18. Okay. It's going to be similar to the previous problems. First thing I want to do is I want to find the slope for the line that's given. So we're going to do rise over run. So up 1 over 2. Slope is 1/2. This is a perpendicular problem. Perpendicular slope is going to be take this fraction, turn it upside down, so it would be 2 over 1, which is just 2. And if that's positive, this one would have to be negative. I then like to plug it into my point slope form and simplify that. And once you have that, you just drag and drop. Okay, so I would drag and drop this one. to the first box, and I would drag and drop this one here to the second box. So let's try another problem that is similar to that one. Do the same thing. We know that right off the bat that this is a negative slope based on the direction that the line is going. We do rise over run between the 2 points, 4, 2. So that slope is -2. So I want to use the same slope of -2 because this is parallel. So I'm going to go back and plug it into my point slope form. And then once I get my slope intercept form, I'm going to drag and drop -2 again, coincidentally, goes in here. You're not looking for 2x because the x is already provided. And +1 goes in the back. Okay? I believe we have 2 more examples like that. So I'm going to follow the same steps. Okay? This one here, they didn't provide the dots. We can put the dots on here though. It looks like we have one there, here. We have dots all these places here. So this slope is going to be a positive because it's going in that direction. Okay, rise over run is a 1 over a 1. This point here is 4, 1. They provide it right there. So I'm going to plug it into point slope form. And once I get that, this is y equals x, which is really a 1x. So I'm going to take the slope of 1, put it in the front, and a -3 for a y-intercept. So I'll take this and I'll drag and drop it into the back. And we have one more example of a similar problem. All right, we have to find the slope. So first thing is that this slope is going to be a negative, okay? And it looks like there's one intersection, there's another. Okay, so that's down 2 over 3 to -2/3. This is perpendicular. So my perpendicular slope is going to be the negative reciprocal. Turn that fraction upside down. That's the one I want to use in this equation. So my equation is y equals 3/2 x plus 2. Take the 3/2, drag and drop the 3/2 into the first box, plus 2 for a y-intercept. Take this y-intercept, drag and drop it into the back box. Okay, so I hope you found this review informative and it helps you out on the test. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.